New video about to release. I'm like, see it, dude. Hey, don't help, man. I'm about to expose it all, dude. Don't help. Especially that medical malpractice. Don't help, man. This guy's a little bit too mad at this point. He's like, ah, shoot. Yo, dude, what'd you say about Westwood? Yo, dude, what'd you say about Westwood? I have to learn about Westwood? What's to learn about Westwood? Ah, this is gonna be awesome. Dude, you can't sleep there, dude. They're gonna call the cops on you. You can't sleep there, dude. They're gonna call the cops on you. I'm trying to help you out. Like, dude, are you listening to me, man? Do I have to call the Shabbat to teach you? The cartels, I mean, they're pretty powerful. They give you a lot of money. I get it. They fund you, you know. They give you a little bit of pharmaceuticals, but not the kind that, you know, a lot of people are thinking of. Hey, did you hear that helicopter going over Ronald Reagan Medical Center? You ever heard of elites at, you know, that Westwood Village? Ha ha. They lost money and they lost a little bit of their supply. I'm like, shoot. Hey, yo, keep funding it, man. It might flush down the toilet somewhere, you know? Anyway, I'm like, I love having autism. I'm like, shit. Literally try to have a hit on me. I'm like, dude, that's crazy. And the police passed by like plenty of times. So I'm like, you think elites just have to be like, you know, up at the top? They have to be like with Donald Trump. They have to be, you know, like in Congress or with politicians. It's like, no, dude, they could be in, you know, UCLA. They could just be at your local university, you know? Yo, let's see who's at UCLA Ronald Reagan Medical Center. I'm like, bro, I got bigger things to worry about, dude. I released that Epstein list. Respect the real one, man. Don't be coming up to me for no reason trying to take my life. You know which kind of people come up to me for no reason trying to take my life? But they try to act inconspicuous and they try to act innocent. Because they were going to be accepting towards me, but nah, they're kind of like, you released the Epstein list. I'm like, yes? What? You guys aren't proud? They're like, we literally got rid of Epstein. He was part of us. I'm like, oh, well, you know, I could go through the courts. Come on. Get it? Somebody had to, like, you know, have the, you know, the right amount of money to place that hit. Because they're like, he's talking about all these girls, you know, being prostituted and everything. And he's talking about, you know, our Providence Medical Center. And they're like, oh, we slipped up there. Our UCLA Medical Center. I'm like, there you go. I'm like, there you go. Now you got it. Dude, I could hardly even, like, you know, record that guy with that turban. You know, freaking trying to take my life. I'm like, shoot. And LAPD passed by. You know, they didn't do anything. UCPD. Shoot. So anyway, I have to do this as fast as possible. No more distractions, man. Especially because I heard a helicopter going up into that, you know, that UCLA Medical Center. I'm like, oh, let's do this fast.
What type of weapon does the person have?
I don't know. He said this is university police?
What type of weapon does the person have?
I don't know.
You don't know what type of weapon?
Oh, by the way, I've seen a lot of, videos where they say like, oh, this police operator is stupid. The police operator needs to lose his job. It's like, no, he's keeping his job. She's keeping his job. The police operators, they're keeping their jobs because they're working with these, criminals, dude. Stop being stupid.
Yeah, I have not.
So there you go. Police operators are just halfway to full-on criminals. There, fudge. Gosh.
Yeah.
He has a brown turban on and.
Okay, how is he threatening you? What exactly is he doing?
He just is coming up to me very threateningly for no reason. He's leaving the bat cells. He's. I see actually your police going in front of Dunkin' Donuts. You guys are.
Okay, listen to me. I need to know what type of weapon he has. You said he threatened you with the weapon. Did you see it?
I'm like, UCLA, you really let somebody get their life threatened when, they get diagnosed by your university with autism, and I don't get to go to your university, and because I'm not a university UCLA student or even a California University student, you guys are going to let me freaking get my life taken? I'm like, that's basically like, being Jewish by ancestry, but I don't have the money to find out about my ancestry fully. I only kind of halfway know. And I don't get to be full-on Jewish by the courts. I'm like, gosh, that's like me, releasing the Epstein list. But do I get a Nobel Prize? No. Do I get a little pat on the back? No. Do I even at least get a little bit of money? No. No. Also, get it, Epstein? He was Jewish and they literally had to take him out. They literally had to take him out because, he knew a little bit too much about these girls being moved around and trafficked. I'm just like, have a nice one. Just like, have a nice one. Anyway, let's keep going. Yeah, I mean, I've had, university students bug my phone and pay homeless people to try to.
Did you see the weapon?
Oh, so you do understand that? I just want to make sure you're understanding that as university police.
Did you see the weapon that he had?
Okay, so you're understanding that as police that university students are bugging my phone? Is a spy on me?
Weapon this person has.
I mean, I don't know what kind of weapon he has. He's just trying to threaten me.
Okay.
And the police keep passing by on me. He's talking about that the police won't do anything.
I understand that. I need to know what type of weapon the person has.
It's a knife.
Okay. And you saw the knife?
No. Notice that. She's like, and you saw that? She paused for a very long second. She's like, what can it... Like, she literally had to read a script that somebody was giving her. They're like, just ask him if he actually saw the weapon. So that way, if he doesn't have a knife and he didn't have a weapon, then they could literally just arrest him saying that he has paranoia or schizophrenia, even though this homeless person is really threatening his life. And, there's no weapon on him. So even if we can't, arrest him and place him in the psychiatric ward, especially put him in, that little autism factory. It's not autism factory, it's autism Auschwitz. I am Jewish. You think I have to be Jewish by the courts? Shut the hell up. You stopped me from, going to school and, attending work, especially with those homeless people. I'm like, also, what time is it? So that way, they get in real trouble. It's 2:28. So basically, this had to happen probably like around 2, maybe like 150. That's literally the amount of stuff that's been happening. This guy came to me at like 1:50 in the morning. It just came up to me for no reason, just like, you know, talking to himself and, you know, trying to like literally take my life and start stuff with me for no reason. But check out this phone call. It gets even weirder.
If you didn't see it, how do you know?
This is like a detractor. This is like a person that's like sent out to try to.
By the way, a detractor is just somebody that's like, you know, causing a distraction, so that way they stop you, you know, from actually getting a certain message out, or therefore whistleblowing or exposing something. Very simple. You know, like an elite, you know, having a bit of a panic attack because they know that, you know, their prominent you know, trafficking site is going to be, you know, put on blast again and again and again and again and again and again. It's like I would call a whole country for trafficking, you know. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, I'm really a natural at it. I don't mind, you know, from China all the way to Israel, and especially America all the way to Mexico and anywhere in between. They all get in trouble by me. That's what you get for messing with the autistic person. Don't want to allow him to go to school or go to work. Well, then I'm going to just, you know, hone in on these crimes being committed, and Trump's just going to have to surround himself with, you know, a few criminals, a few offenders, you know. Real quick side note.
Wow, Donald Trump is just surrounded by convicted and accused criminals. Steve Bannon, Peter Navarro, Roger Stone, Alan Weisselberg, Mark Meadows, Rudy Giuliani, Jeffrey Clark, John Eastman, Sidney Powell, Jenna Ellis, Ken Chesbrough, Boris Epstein. How long do we have here? The list goes on and on. The Republican Party today is a party led by a convicted criminal who is surrounded by a sea of convicted and accused criminals.
Hey, I'm like, UCLA, you surrounded by criminals? Shabbat. Hello, all day. Where's it on? Don't recognize, you know, an affluent Jewish person, you let him get executed, you know, in broad public, you know, at night, especially by a homeless person? Yeah, I thought you'd do that. I know some Jews were working with the Nazis. Yeah, I knew about that. I had to do my research. It's out there for the public. Also, you don't even know how much I love Jewish people. Oh, especially, you know, awesome ones. Not the BB. Who likes the BB? Even then, if I could like Donald Trump at some capacity, I could like the BB at some capacity too. But what about the Reeby? Yeah, nobody talks about him anymore. Very suspicious if you ask me. So, anyway, let's keep going. Also get Donald Trump's Jewish.
Like, you know, get me in like some sort of like distraction or some sort of like.
Gotta go that way. Gotta go that way.
So
by the way, UC police just passed by me.
some sort of like deterrence from, you know, whistleblowing.
Where are you calling from?
I'm not.
Notice how she's like, where are you calling from? As soon as I was like doing some whistleblowing.
I'm not giving out my location. I'm remaining anonymous. Especially, you said this is University Police, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are you affiliated with UCLA?
This is UCLA Police Department.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. So, yeah.
Okay, so did you want to speak with police officers?
This guy's literally getting away in Westwood. That's all I have to say. I don't have anything else to say. I don't have anything else to say. No, I have to whistleblow. Yeah. I have to whistleblow against,
Officers
police.
need to meet with you. Where can
No,
I meet?
no, I don't need to meet officers. You need to meet with that guy. I didn't do anything wrong. I have autism, and I'm not going to have, UC police try to apprehend me to put me in the psych ward so that way they could deter me from exposing especially institutions like UCLA. No. Especially for students that pay off, these homeless people that, try to, threaten my life.
Meet with officers. I'm going to disconnect him.
I mean, that's fine. Let somebody run loose that's, threatening people in Westwood. That's your public safety that you're denying. That's your public safety that you're being negligent of, okay? Have a nice day.
Dude, that's crazy. I was like, that's pretty crazy. I'm like, oh man. Like, UCLA, did you have a little elite come in, a private helicopter to get, maybe a nice warm milk and a blankie? I'm like, well, I mean, I'm not judging them, if they have some mental health issues, or maybe, they're having a family dilemma, especially whether it's engineered or orchestrated, or if they're having whole institutions or school districts like LAUSD impede on his education with his own mother, and whole institutions that halfway human experiment on them. Well, halfway human experimentation by UCLA with yours truly. Get it? I'm not part of them. Halfway human experimenting with UCLA. And make sure to go to your trafficking center in case you want to pay for certain services. Look at our services below. Oh, especially with that homeless guy, like, really trying to get me. I'm like, oh, man. They did not detain him or do anything. I'm like, hold on a second, though. Based on credible reports, there is no evidence to support the conspiracy theory that... Wait, but you just said based on credible reports. Dude, AI just literally snitched on itself. That's crazy. But Google's just like, dude, be quiet, dude, be quiet. I was like, be quiet about what? Anyway. There's no evidence to support a conspiracy theory. I'm like, I didn't say anything about conspiracy theories. I could prove it. That UCLA and Samsung are spying on individuals' phone for releasing information related to Jeffrey Epstein. This is a false claim that has been circulating online. Whoa. I'm the only person that's been saying anything. Combines different unrelated topics. There's no evidence and facts actually show Here's what evidence and facts actually show. No Epstein list was linked or released by individuals. I'm like, no, you're wrong. I have it right here. It's just not done yet, you know? Check it out. Oh, by the way, I mentioned the movie because you could just look up the actors and, you know, that play in that movie, and you could just, you know, I guess find out who's on the Epstein list from there. Also, I mentioned this because, like, especially what just happened right now, I had to stand in the middle of the street and basically, you know, try to free up space because UCLA won't let me, you know, have any space on my phone, especially Samsung, so that way I could, you know, keep documenting my, you know, Epstein saga and, you know, the Epstein list. The experience of a single definitive client list has been denied by authorities. It's like, oh, okay, well, we know who's part of the presidency, so no point reading that one. UCLA has no involvement with the Epstein case. If Donald Trump's asking for $1 billion from UCLA and trying to make it seem like, you know, he's feeling indifferent to them, you know, like a gay denier or something like that, whatever. I don't want to get into that one. So we get it. Samsung provides privacy and security controls for its phone. Yeah, but I mean, if there's so many settings and it's complicated, well, then you won't know what to turn off. So no point reading that one either. Samsung uses its device to... Wait, what? There's no credible information to indicate that Samsung uses its device to spy on people in connection with the Epstein case. That's oddly specific. So it's like anybody that's exposing Epstein, oh man, all these companies are going to go after you. Oh, and religious institutions, but I don't want to get into that one. Shabbat, please calm down. Epstein-related conspiracies are common. Signs of spyware, poor performance, that's happened. Overheating, that's happened. Increased data usage, yeah. I mean, like, I would literally not be able to, you know, upload certain things. I've already put a video out on that one. Fast battery drain, that's basically happening right now. Suspicious apps, yes, that's happened too. Excessive permissions, yes, that as well. Unusual pop-ups, yeah, that's also happened. How to check and remove spyware. Okay. Anyway. Just like Donald Trump. I'm like, let's see what happens then. Your concerns about being spied on by UCLA and Samsung are understandable. I'm like, whoa! But there's no public evidence to support the conspiracy theories leaking these organizations to the release of the Jeffrey Epstein list. I'm like, oh, so now you want to be like, we'll believe everything else, but the Epstein list, you got to be quiet about that. We can't, acknowledge that. Anyway, there are, however, confirmed legal cases and resources available to addressing general concerns about privacy, university lawsuits, and reporting a crime. Documented, released. Most information is available to the public. That's not true. Privacy, smartphone privacy. in September of 2025 ordered Google to pay damages for improperly snooping on smartphones. Yeah, I already knew that they were going to spy on me. This indicates the improper tracking is a legitimate concern, but is not confirmed UCLA Samsung spying conspiracy. They work together. I mean, you can look it up yourself. Reported hacking tools. Software tools for recorded conversations like devices like smart TVs have been reported by outlets like the BBC. The reports not mention connections with Samsung spying for UCLA. Dude, the fact that Samsung TVs were spying on people, I'm like, that makes sense. My mom had a Samsung TV. I'm like, that's crazy. And my mom does not like me. And she does not like Jewish people. So, anyway. If only I could have recorded, secretly recorded her conversation about, what she had to say about Jewish people, huh? Whatever. Anyway. Filling in a lawsuit for the university reporting crime. Yeah, I guess I might as well, take screenshots. What to do next? Access and collect information. That's what I'm doing right now. Contact UCLA. I'm not doing that. They literally have all of my medical information. They'll Kanye West me. Seek legal counsel. I thought you said that this isn't true. What the heck? Whatever. Anyway. So. There's the Epstein list still being made. Have a nice night. God bless everybody.